Hey guys, so I'm back. I haven't done a ammo or shooting video in a long time because I did two of them, my last two, and they got flagged for some reason. So I've been very hesitant to do it. But this one involves no loaded ammo, no making of ammo, so hopefully YouTube will be happy with me. Anyways, basically how to make a single shot 4570 using your inline. So here we go. 4570 is my favorite cartridge. It is versatile. We have a 300 grain, 405, 600. Round nose, this one. Oh boy, what was this one? Oh, 435, 405, 405 again that I make myself, and a 330 Gulandi. It's a hollow point anyways. And this one's 330 grains. And you can get some 200 grains. You can load them up, load them down. You could use them for gophers. You could use them for some extreme long range, 1,000-yard competitions. That's more for this one, if you're going for that kind of stuff. Anyways, it's a versatile cartridge. You can download it, upload it. I love the cartridge. It's my favorite. I also like black powder. I can't shoot flintlocks anymore, mostly due to my eyes. It just seems wrong to put a scope on it. So I don't do that. Excuse me. I basically just, I shoot inlines now anyways, because I can use the scope or other optical aiming device, shall we call them. But I still do enjoy black powder. I also enjoy 4570, and I, for the most part, cast my own. Cuts down cost. Inlines, they're getting pricey now. I mean, we're talking, we're getting up there, especially in Canada. For a simple sabot, you know, a 20 pack, you're looking at 30, 40 bucks sometimes. And that sucks. I'd like to be able to cast my own, make my own, and keep everything down. So I did a lot of research and looking around, and I found my solution to turn my inline 50 cal into an inline 4570, 45 cal. Let's see. So I'll show you how I do it. It's pretty simple. We'll get rid of my 4570s here. For the record, none of those were loaded. They are all dummies. So you have your standard. I mean, everybody sees these. Hornadies. I have the information here. I will pull it up for you on the weights. I tried to be on the ball today. 250 grain, 300 grain. Hornadies. But these things like to be pushed fast. Like you're looking 100 grains, 120 grains, and you get good expansion. Most of the time they don't act like grenades and explode when they hit what you're shooting at. But they do have problems. They don't really make a hard cast at all. I guess you could get a mold custom made, and that's a pain in the ass. You also got these little trainers. They're 250 grains. They're fun. They're good for paper punching, sighting in your rifle, but they're a tiny little fella. They do work on deer. No problems. Will drop deer. I wouldn't shoot moose with it or anything. They definitely work on smaller stuff, rabbits, paper. Great on paper, pop bottles. General having fun. You can load this thing with 40 grains of your stuff and it'll be fine for the whole family to play with. But not getting very economical. 4570, many options. We have your basic Remington type 4570. Have your hard cast that you can buy. hard casts that you can make yourself. You have the smaller copper, 405 copper. I think this one is 300. You have that Goulandy I was showing you. All the ones that I had loaded. Anyways. I can't remember. I'm pretty sure this one's 300. Yeah. I don't have my scale on me. Anyways. So I wanted to shoot these in my 50 cal. Inline. Problems, right? Doesn't fit in these sabots. You gotta find sabots. So I found some. Right here. MMP sabots. And these are the only guys I could find that make them. The package says, ideally suited for bullets 300 to 450 grains. Minimum 100 to a maximum 150 grains of powder, or equivalent. Never exceed max. Well, I can say one thing. I've gone way under, and they perform just fine. Perfectly fine. Never had a problem. They do ship to Canada, which is great. And they fit, as they say here, for a 50 cal rifle, .458 diameter bullet. And they are cheap as dirt, which is awesome. So you get your little sabot. I got 3 here out of the bag. You got your sabot, and it's as simple as taking your thing. Done. Try a different one. Try my homemade one. This one's got a little lube on it. Stick it in. Let's try this one. There we go. So right here, I would have 3 different ones, as long as I knew where they shot. I could shoot small game, medium-sized game, and very large game like moose. I like hard cast for moose. Can you shoot this big boy out of it? Oh yes. Looks a little silly, but it will shoot, and it shoots just fine. No problems. So these sabots give you options. Especially if you already shoot a 45-70 like I do, and you cast your own bullets. Now shooting your inline becomes cheap. And really all you do need is your mold. Shoot, I don't know if it's on camera. Your mold, some lead, and any kind of copper dipper, and even a camp stove works. I use one of those little MSR butane camping stoves. Melt stuff fast. Pour it in, do a couple, and I'm good for the day or the weekend. You know, always keep a couple made. Now, some 45-70s kick really hard. Over the years, there's been a big trend for kicking up the power, especially in those flex tips. They're rocking out of there. I don't know the exact feet per second, but they're screaming. And the 45-70 was never designed to be a screaming round. It's a nice slow rainbow. It was never made to be flat shooting. As much as we try to do it, it's going to be a rainbow. So I load my 45-70 to the original specs. 45-70. It's self-explanatory, right? 45 caliber round with 70 grains of black powder. And that drops everything. Moose, elk, you name it, it drops. If it's within 150 yards, it's going down if you do your part. No problems. Can it shoot further? Yes. Will it still drop what you're aiming at? Probably. The problem isn't the power at those ranges, it's more the trajectory. It's a damn rainbow. And a big rainbow at that once you get out far. So, my inline rifle, out to about 100 yards is what I use it. With 70 70 grains, and this, yeah, it knocks down everything. Keeps it economical, to say the very least. So I call it my single shot black powder 4570 with my inline. And I don't use a very fancy one. I just have one of those Traditions buckstalkers. So nothing fancy. Great rifle nonetheless. Still got, ooh, what is that one? I believe that's a 26-inch barrel. And that is good for this round. I have bumped it up to 80 grains, but why punish myself when I don't have to? 4570 works fine at lower velocities. He doesn't need to kill at both ends with 70 or 80 grains. My 9-year-old can shoot that and handle it. No problems at all. Even when I reload my cartridges, I'm still keeping it in trapdoor levels. So, I'm still keeping it at the original specs. And that works fine. I mean, you can have some fun. You can shoot out further. You just got to adjust for it. I don't really hunt like that, but for having fun, why not, right? Bit of a challenge. But that's what I do to turn my inline into a more economical single shot 4570. So there it is. My inline being turned into a 4570. And that's how I do it. Keeps it cheap. Yeah. In case you're wondering, I did pull up what a trapdoor feet per second would be. It is roughly 1,330 feet per second, 1,590 foot-pounds of muzzle energy, maximum average pressure of 28,000. And that says it's good for any North American game at less than 100 yards, and for all my experience shooting it, I would have to say that's true. There is nothing within 100 yards shooting a trapdoor load that will keep on walking if you do your part. And for paper punching, it's a very mild load. Nothing to be scared of on that. Anyways, so that's my video. I probably rambled on long enough and repeated myself over and over. Hope everyone has a good day. You all take care now, okay?